Welcome to the Renaissance spirit.
It began as a meme. How often do men think about the Roman Empire? The internet erupted in surprise when the answer seemed to be a lot. Viral polls and TikTok videos revealed that for many men and some women, the Roman Empire isn't just a relic of the past, it's a recurring thought. Why? What is it about an ancient empire long gone that captures the modern imagination? Is it the grandeur of the Colosseum, the allure of Roman roads stretching across continents? Or is it the idea of order, strength, and decisiveness in a world increasingly chaotic? In this video expose, we'll uncover why the Roman Empire remains so captivating and whether it's even realistic to romanticize such a time. What were the Roman values, traditions, and systems we admire? How much of that admiration is rooted in myth rather than fact? And if the world today tried to recreate such an empire, what might it look like? The Roman Empire's Pax Romana offers an almost mythical idea of stability. 200 years of relative peace across a vast territory. Rome's roads, aqueducts, and legal systems held this sprawling empire together. For many, this evokes a longing for order in a world where political gridlock and economic uncertainty dominate. Rome prized virtues, courage, pietas, duty, and gravitas, seriousness. These ideals inspired participation in civic life, responsibility toward family and state, and a focus on the common good. Compared to today's often individualistic culture, the Roman model of putting the collective above the self seems appealing, at least on paper. From the Pantheon to the Colosseum, Roman engineering still leaves us in awe. The empire's cultural contributions, from Latin language to Roman law, remain foundational to Western civilization. The Romans also mastered the art of spectacle, games, chariot races, and public executions to unify and distract the populace. More on that later. The modern world is complex and filled with moral ambiguity. Rome's hierarchical and autocratic structure offered clarity. The Senate debated, the emperor decided, and the legions enforced. But was it truly simpler, or just more brutal? The good. Romans believed in active citizenship. Even common citizens could influence the state through assemblies and voting. In the Republic, at least, Roman roads, aqueducts, and public baths were marvels of engineering and symbols of shared prosperity. Rome's bureaucracy and legal system provided a blueprint for governance that endures today. The bad. The bits and bobs best left to history. The Roman Empire was built on the backs of millions of enslaved people. Spartacus's rebellion may have been dramatic, but it barely dented the system. Rome's peace often came at the expense of countless lives. Entire cultures were subjugated, looted, and assimilated. Roman society was starkly hierarchical. The gap between patricians and plebeians made modern inequality look mild. Gladiatorial games, public executions, and animal hunts weren't just tolerated, they were celebrated. Violence wasn't a bug, it was a feature of Roman culture. Emperors like Nero and Caligula turned governance into a circus of personal excess, undermining the ideals Rome supposedly stood for. Watch our first-person autobiographical videos on each of them in our My Life as a Roman Emperor YouTube series. My other videos are there in our curated library, Look them up under Cicero. But this isn't my story. This is yours. Rome was no utopia. Its achievements were often accompanied by exploitation, authoritarianism, and oppression. The ideals of order and civic virtue are worth celebrating, but the human cost of maintaining such an empire cannot be ignored. The Roman Empire depended on systems and values that are incompatible with modern ideals of equality, human rights, and democracy. A direct revival is neither feasible nor desirable. What if we cherry-pick the best of Rome's legacy? Imagine a world with infrastructure projects on par with Roman roads and aqueducts, civic responsibility woven into education and governance, a renewed emphasis on the public good over individual gain. But could such a model avoid Rome's darker tendencies toward authoritarianism and inequality? The allure of Rome grows stronger in times of crisis. People long for stability, decisive leadership, and a sense of shared identity. Yet, the desire for order can veer dangerously close to authoritarianism. Rome's emphasis on dominance, hierarchy, and masculinity resonates with certain aspects of modern alpha culture. Yet this framing often reduces Rome to a caricature, ignoring its intellectual and cultural richness. Fantasies about Rome often reflect dissatisfaction with modern life. But escaping into a romanticized past can prevent us from addressing the real challenges of today. Rome isn't just a story of conquest and collapse. It's a mirror reflecting both humanity's potential and its flaws. Its achievements in governance, infrastructure, and culture offer inspiration. Its failures, inequality, imperialism, and brutality serve as warnings. History isn't static. It's a conversation between the past and the future, a dialogue that helps us understand our own world more fully. When we think about Rome, we're not just reminiscing, we're questioning what kind of world we want to build. At the Renaissance Spirit, we believe that history isn't dead, only our understanding of it. In exploring the fascination with the Roman Empire, we're not just interpreting history, we're trying to give it context and meaning. By engaging with Rome's legacy, both its triumphs and its atrocities, we hope to inspire a deeper appreciation for civic virtue, reason, and compassion. These are timeless values, but their application must evolve. Let's keep the conversation alive. Subscribe to the Renaissance Spirit as we explore how the voices of the past can guide the future. After all, history isn't just a story, it's a dialogue, and you're part of it. We can admire the legacy of the Roman Empire in our culture, in our art, our architecture, and practice the civic virtues and ideals that laid the groundwork to our modern democracies and civilization. By working together to realize shared goals, we can bring about a just, equal society, be it a new Roman Empire or the United Federation of Planets. The question isn't, what do you want to be in 5 or 10 years? The question should be, what type of world do you want in 5 or 10 years? And what are you willing to do to bring it together, peacefully, non-violently, for the betterment of all? Live the chivalry, live the virtues, vive Renaissance Spiritus.
The shadow of the ancient stone, we dream of legions of roads well worn, a time when order reigns supreme, a golden age, or so it seems. marble halls where whispers sing, we crave the rule of a righteous king. But was it peace or the iron hand that forged the myth of this fabled land? Roma eterna, cordibus nostalgis, lux et tenebrae interresonant. Quid restat veritas ansomnium, ad te clamamus tua vis manet. Our hearts, light and shadows echo within you. What remains, truth or a dream? We call to you, your power endures. They built an empire on blood and chains, a legacy mixed with glory and pain. The games, the triumphs, the brutal might, a feast of grandeur, a stolen light. Yet civic virtue, the public's care, taught us to rise, to dream, to dare. If we rebuild, what shall we take? The lessons learned or the same mistakes? Pietas et gravitas, sedentium servitus et pugna, aurum splendens obscurum intus. Beneath the shadow of the ancient stone, we dream of legions, of roads well worn, a time when order reigns supreme, a golden age, or so it seems. Through marble halls where whispers sing, we crave the rule of a righteous king. But was it peace or the iron hand that forged the myth of this fabled land? Roma eterna, cordibus nostalgis, lux et tenebrae interresonant. Quid restat veritas ansomnium, ad te clamamus tua vis manet. Rome eternal, you touch our hearts, light and shadows echo within you. What remains, truth or a dream? We call to you, your power endures. They built an empire on blood and chains, a legacy mixed with glory and pain.
Through our
arches carved in marble white. Rome stood eternal, a beacon of might, the heartbeat of law, of art, of man, a cradle of virtue where dreams began. Yet shadows linger in history's glow. Beneath the triumph, the scars still show a dance of glory, a clash of chains, the price of empire, the blood it stains. Pulchritude ad sanguis, Roma immortalis, manus tuae leges, quota mensa evit, virtutes magnae sed pretium grave, historia tua, monita nostra cave. Beauty and blood, immortal Rome, your hands made law, yet the heart raged on. Great virtue shine, but the price was dire. Your history warns, your lessons inspire. Oh, civic pride and the people's voice, Rome taught the world the weight of choice. Basilicas rose to touch the skies, yet below the cries of the vanquished rise. Legions marched, their banners high, but peace was won as nations died. Still the Senate's call, the architect's hand, echo today in every land. Gloria et ordo, artem exaltamus, sed in umbrisus servitus clamamus. Memoria tua fulgore micat, amarenta sed non oblivisci potest. And order, we exalt your art, but in the shadows slavery cries out. Your memory shines with brilliance bright. We love you still, but cannot forget. Beauty and blood, immortal Rome, a shining crown with a hollow dome. Virtutes magnae sed pretium grave, your lessons teach, your echoes say. Let us take the best from your mighty reign, the law, the virtue, the builder's gain, but leave behind the iron fist, the chains, the cruelty, the truth we missed. For every triumph a price was paid, a legacy etched in light and shade. Rome, your mirror shows what we could be, a world of justice, not tyranny. Pulchritude sanguis Roma nostra est, sed novas vias nunquemus est. Beauty and blood, your time has